Rumors are that allegedly Sanya Richards Ross may be on her way out at Real Housewives of Atlanta. Was Kenya successful in running the track star off the franchise? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly Sanya Richards Ross may be on her way out at Real Housewives of Atlanta. What's going on? And was Kenya successful in running Sanya off the franchise? I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more. And here it goes. Industry insiders are reporting now that season 14 of Real Housewives of Atlanta has wrapped, production is allegedly looking to make some cast changes, and that Sanya may be caught in the middle. Sources admit that Sanya did have a good season. She was very professional behind the scenes and was willing to play ball when it came to drama. However, some are convinced that that may not be enough for Sanya to continue as a peach holder. Industry insiders suggest that Sanya wasn't too likable by fans, and her fan favorite metrics may have taken a hit when she was seen as a follower and not as a leader, which should have been her main focus as a newbie, ended the source. Also, another industry insider points to some alleged big issues regarding Sanya's husband and production. What happened behind the scenes? Well, sources say that allegedly Sanya's husband Aaron had a run-in with production about the perceived negative way his wife was being treated. Allegedly, according to Kandi, when Aaron stood up to address how he disliked the way his wife was being treated on the show, it wasn't directly solely at Kenya, but also allegedly directed at production as well. People close to the situation say that Aaron was just exhibiting first season frustration and his lack of knowledge on how Real Housewives of Atlanta scenes are produced. However, sources say that he allegedly really did enjoy his time filming the franchise. Also, fans are still not convinced that Sanya and Aaron are a good fit for the show and may need to be downgraded to friends of the show. Fortunately for Sanya, allegedly the network isn't too convinced that Sanya should be downgraded and could potentially veto a demotion from production, the same way that they allegedly did for Kenya back on season 11. Now, kinfolk, when I heard this rumor this past weekend about Sanya potentially being downgraded to a friend of the show or dismissed altogether, I really didn't give it that much thought. And I was almost reluctant to even report on it because I was like, it's the end of the season. We always hear these rumors about, who's staying and who's going. And then when I was talking to my sources about a couple of points that were being made about why a lot of people felt that Sanya could be potentially on her way out at the franchise, then some things started to make a little sense. And I could see how this rumor could potentially be true. But first off, kinfolk, I want to say that I have really enjoyed Sanya and Aaron on this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think that she, in my opinion, was the best dressed housewife this season, and that her family, she has a lot of storylines, I think, with her family that could carry on for her a couple of seasons. But I will say this, Sanya's biggest flaw may be actually this one thing. Like my sources say, Sanya was perceived more so as a follower and not as a leader. And everyone knows that in order for you to be considered a great housewife or for you to be considered like even a good housewife, you have to have the ability to stand on your own. You have to have the ability to be able to stand on your own as a fan favorite or stand up on your own as the villain of the show. It's just one of those things that really works out for the person who decides they're going to stand on their own while filming. Because one thing is this: you can always stay neutral when drama is going on, but when drama is going on, if you're going to play the victim, if you play the villain, you can always go hard at the person who you think is doing the other person wrong, and then you can get your airtime and you get that sense of protection or that sense of evilness that a lot of the fans kind of look forward to in their villain. Or when you're staying neutral, you can also be a consoler. You can be the person who's always seen as trying to bring the group together, who can be seen as the foundation, much of the group, much how Cynthia kind of was on her time on the show. And you all see how long Cynthia was able to coast through, sometimes doing the bare minimum. So I think for Sanya, that should be a big thing that she tries to do if she comes back next year, is to find some way that where she can stand on her own and not be too wish-washy, because that trying to play both sides of the fence, it gets old very quick and the fans simply do not like it. Now, when I was continuing talking to my source, they also had this other thing to say about Sanya that could be a potential hindrance for her that may see her demoted to a friend of the show if she can't fix it. And it's this. My sources were telling me that Sanya had some difficulties behind the scenes, allegedly producing drama when the ladies were in group settings. And I always just contribute to the fact that Sanya is new to the franchise. The last time she had a reality TV show, it was basically her and her family. Now she's in a group of ladies who I think she knows, but probably barely does not know. And I think for Sanya, she really was going into this friendship this season with these ladies in a way she probably would do if these were women outside of a reality TV show, if it was like real life. And I think that's the mistake. And my sources were telling me that she really allegedly kind of struggled with playing that role of a reality TV show friend versus an actual person trying to be a real friend behind the scenes or in real life. And so one thing for Sanya that I really noticed, that she really does have to step up her knowledge on how to produce reality TV with a group of ladies and how to do it but also remain authentic. It's not an easy thing to do, I'll be perfectly honest with you. And it kind of made for good television seeing Sanya struggle trying to walk that fine line between real life friendships and reality TV show friendships. But kinfolk, I will say this though. One thing about Sanya that I did like, and I feel like may have kind of been her saving grace, is this one thing. And is that Sanya, throughout this entire season, I feel like that when she interacted with her family, that was where she shined. I felt like she got more vulnerable with her family. I felt like we saw the real side of her and her family when she's with her family. And that's a good thing for Sanya because of this. Whenever you present a strong family dynamic on these reality TV shows, you're almost guaranteed some type of spinoff, or you kind of, in my opinion, garner some type of favor with the network and with producers. It's something about that family unit that they find very appealing over at Bravo. You see it with Candy, you see it with Teresa, you see it with Karen. Now you're about to see it with Kyle. It's something about when you incorporate your family in this dynamic in the reality TV show world, especially with Bravo, they tend to, I want to say, kind of reward you a little bit with nicer edits, with not so harsh edits. And I think they do that to preserve your brand, so they could probably potentially in the future offer you a spin-off show, and so you can probably become a fan favorite. I don't know. I just feel like that is Sanya's ace. I feel like that is her play card, and I really do think if she comes back next year and she learns how to produce reality TV and also incorporate her family just a little bit more so we can get that real Sanya, I don't see why she would not be a top housewife in the next couple of seasons. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Sanya did a good enough performance to come back next year as a peach holder, or do you think she should be downgraded to a friend of the show? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys over on the next one. Peace.